told you it was coming. Domination. There is no stopping domination. You wanted a video, you got the video. Gravedigger. Domination. The man, the medal, the monster, the legend.
Get dominated with Dennis Anderson and the ultimate monster truck, Gravedigger. Everything you want to see, everything you want to know, stuff you've never seen before. Rollovers, car crushing, unreal power, and stuff Dennis didn't think we caught on tape. One rockin' monster, one crazy driver, one and the same. Get domination today. Call for your copy at 1-888-659-RACE or send a check or money order for $14.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling to Domination, care of Pace Motorsports, 477 East Butterfield, Suite 400, Lombard, Illinois, 60148.
1997, what a year for the sport of Supercross.
The 97 Supercross Series, bar to bar.
And the season is underway.
From LA to Vegas.
McGrath is down, and then he's under the bike.
All on one video.
Doug Henry wins his second Supercross.
In the best year in history.
You can expect a lot of fire.
Go behind the scenes and on the track.
Albertine through the timing section.
The most wicked crashes.
They both up Miami.
Bone-crushing excitement.
You want to know who got the whole shot? You call 1-900-PRO-RACE.
The best riders in the world.
Get bar to bar today. Call for your copy at 1-888-659-RACE or send a check or money order for $14.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling to Bar, care of Pace Motorsports, 477 East Butterfield, Suite 400, Lombard, Illinois, 60148.
Soon, your collection will be complete. Volume 2. Volume 3. Volume 5. Don't miss your chance to own the best of Inside Monster Jam. All the crashes, carnage, rollovers. Plus, we've added tons of extras you need to see. Exclusive, not aired interviews, fast facts, bloopers, outtakes, and much more. Order the Inside Monster Jam home video series for only $9.95 per volume, plus $3.95 shipping and handling. Call 1-888-659-RACE. Complete your collection. Inside Monster Jam. The best of Volume 4.
Jerry Bernardo heads to Digger's Dungeon and meets the man himself, Dennis Anderson, next on Inside Monster Jam.
Can you tell me how to get to the Digger Dungeon? What? Okay.
Being the host of IMJ is sometimes rough on a guy. After flying in from Spain, Jerry Bernardo had to host an entire episode of IMJ. Maybe the jet lag took its toll as Jerry tries to get the perfect opening for the show.
Welcome to another half hour. How's it going? Welcome to another edition. What, it's half hour. Welcome to another half hour of Inside Monster Jam. Hello and welcome to another edition of it. Hello. How's it going? Welcome to another half hour of Inside Monster Jam. You know what? Today's show, we're not in a stadium with 60,000 Monster Maniacs. Not in 4 sold-out shows in your favorite arena? Right here, right now, we are in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, home of the man, the big dog, Dennis Anderson, a.k.a. The Gravedigger. You say it. The Gravedigger. Right in front of the Digger Dungeon. This place has everything a monster truck fan could ever dream about, and we're going to check it all out. Some people are sitting around going, I like it when you guys feature different racing from around the country. Man, don't worry, we got it all.
Right on.
Outlaw Quad Wars.
Despite torrential rains, over 26,000 true monster maniacs came out to the Los Angeles Coliseum to see which team could break the 500-500 tie in the Outlaw Quad War Series. It was apparent early on that the rain would wreak havoc on all the riders, although the fans didn't seem to mind the chaos. Off the start, Team North in black broke out with the early lead. Over the mud bogs and through the puddles, the racers battled the conditions and their opponents. Team South captured the lead on lap 5 and held off Team North for the victory. With all the mud and rain, it was inevitable that these two teams would have to have an old-fashioned country-style mud wrestling showdown. The brawl was declared a draw, but a quick look at our Outlaw Quad War scoreboard reveals Team South taking a 1-race lead with only 4 more to go. Stay tuned for more quad action from Three Rivers Stadium later in the show.
Hi, I'm Chuck Jordan, the driver of Survivor Truck. It's a 1995 Chevrolet. We're running a 540 Rodac motor with a turbo 400 transmission. It's got Rockwell 106s in it, blown injected alcohol, and we run a 66-inch tall tire. We've been at this since 1989, and we really enjoy coming out and racing for the fans. And we're kind of out here just to have a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing this for a living. So I guess we'll see you all at the races.
Gary, you're the best host.
Jerry, you're the best.
Stadium lights.
Inside the TWA Dome in St. Louis, where the stadium lights tore up the track. Frontrunner Darren Mitchell looked to be opening up a wide margin over second place Joey Waldron when he decides to put on a show for the 32,929 spectators in attendance. He flips it head over heels after the jump, then continues on his way to the checkered flag for the victory. I've got to see that one more time. File that under luck.
Hi, welcome back to IMJ. I'm Philippa Jones with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Predator and Monster Patrol set the stage for this 12-truck Texas blowout in front of a sold-out Astrodome crowd. Now check out Lyle Hancock, who filled in for the injured Tony Farrell of Wild Thing. In qualifying, he was paired against his former boss, Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Hancock was a driver for the Gravedigger team for Dennis Anderson until they had a falling out. So you knew there may have been a little more at stake than just a race between these two. In fighting for the win, it was Hancock actually having Wild Thing ahead until the 4-link bar broke that caused that rollover. Hancock was okay in this crash, but the truck was done for the night as the Digger moved on. Scott Stevens and King Crunch got a little squirrely off the crushed cars here, just avoided getting T-boned by Reptoid and ended up against the safety wall. Believe it or not, with the race victory. In the next round, he faced Jesse Berge and playing for keeps. Berge's 1993 Chevy was a little wide on the corner and was unable to recover. Now Reptoid, who was the fast qualifier, faced off against Gravedigger. Dennis Anderson gets disqualified for knocking out the track pylon, but he promised the crowd of 48,000 he'd be back for freestyle.
Dennis, there's one opportunity for you to come back tonight. You know what that is, buddy.
That's freestyle. We're going to go out there and tighten up our nuts and bolts. I'm going to cut that old panel truck loose out here.
All right, you heard it. Digger will be back!
Reptoid and King Crunch meeting in a rematch. King Crunch comes out smoking on the U-turn course in a photo finish to beat out Jim Jack. On the other side of the grid, it was all Tom, Madman Mintz, and Monster Patrol. After he sent Survivor packing, he then destroyed Busted Loose and moved into the semifinal round versus Alan Pizzo and Predator. Now, Predator had defeated Unnamed Untamed in round 2, and then Predator knocked out the always dangerous Ford of David Byers and Snakebite to advance into the semis. Off the start, Mintz stays low to the ground and pulls out to the early race lead, but Monster Patrol then fell behind and had to stage a comeback. In a mad dash to the finish line, he beats Predator for the victory. The Chevy wasn't going to hold back when it came time for the finals against King Crunch. Now, Mintz has the pedal down low and is burning up the Astrodome course. Even though Crunch's engine was revved high, he just couldn't keep up with Monster Patrol, and it was Monster Patrol coming away, earning the hard-fought victory.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back with the Gravediggers kids if they live to see the day.
Stadium Motocross.
Over 48,000 fans were riveted to the edge of their seats as Stadium Motocross unleashed its furious action inside the Alamo Dome. Number 101, John George, battled Joel Savage aboard the Yamaha in Heat 1 action. It was handlebar to handlebar until Savage blew the entrance on turn 2. That allowed George to get by and capture the checkered flag. Now, tempers in Texas get a little hot. Watch number 833, Donnie Rowland, prove this by throwing the Evander Holyfield like left at Tom Fitch's during the lineup. Well, Sean Martin nailed the whole shot when we finally got started aboard the number 21 Honda CR250. In a great race, Martin had to battle some stiff competition and even a moving roadblock during the race. But in the end, Martin was able to throw it into cruise control on his way to the victory.
I'll ask the questions, you answer them, okay?
All right.
Your most famous crash, if you had possibly done this in the past.
Well, we've had a few famous crashes. We rolled it over down in Jacksonville last year against Barefoot, and that was a little frustrating, and we've hit a few walls head on, but nothing we can't overcome, you know.
Light duty.
That's it. You get back in the saddle and get on going.
Okay, so the flip side of that would be showing off, freestyling. Some of your favorite moves during freestyle. Like, what do you like to do?
Oh, I love to do wheel stands. See how high I can get that front end and just hang it up there. And if possible, grab another gear. When the rear wheels touch down, ride a wheelie.
Perfect.
Did I tell you Gravedigger rules or what?
Mini rod pulling.
Bobby Cox tries to get the 12,000 Charlotte fans to try his new dance moves. What do you expect from a clown? Getting to the pull-off, Jack Brink hammers out a distance of 156.3 feet. That gave Nail at third place on the night. Ohio native Rick Peters and Buckeye Special moved into the lead with a pull at 169.1 feet. But on the final run of the pull-off, it was Larry Kester looking more nimble than Kevin Bacon as he pushed the footloose mini rod to the winning distance of 181.2 feet. And that had the fans dancing in the aisles.
Jerry Bernardo, Weather Report, IMJ right here in Pittsburgh. It is hot.
Somebody should have told the track crew setting up the Christmas tree meant the staging lights, not the holiday variety. Well, Brian Barthel's family among the 43,847 fans who packed the Metrodome to cheer on the Minnesota native, but it wasn't enough to get him past qualifying. Here, Tom Mintz's Monster Patrol is just too fast on the drag-style straight-line course. Gary Porter's Carolina Crusher tested the rebound in his tires on this winning run against the Avenger. Then, despite a smooth start in his next round of competition against Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger, he wasn't able to keep up with the 1950 Chevrolet, which blew by for the victory and a semifinal showdown against Monster Patrol. Now, when these two trucks compete against one another, the decibel level always moves up a few notches. In Minneapolis, it wasn't any different. Monster Patrol caught good air off the line, then made the smooth transition over the crushed cars, while Anderson had to try to save his truck from tipping. Monster Patrol went on to the finals against Todd Frolick and the Dodge Barefoot, who had demolished Survivor in the other semifinal round. That set up the classic confrontation between the two, whose rivalry had been heating up all year. Inside the Metrodome, it comes to a head as Mintz rockets the Chevy off the line and wins it with the horsepower. Todd Frolick tries to one-up him in freestyle with the donuts. But with the win under his belt, there's no way Tom Mintz was going to have any of that. The crowd is going bonkers as Tom Mintz donuts the Chevy so hard it flips over. Madman Mintz was okay, but the Monster Patrol had lost its wing.
Oh, I didn't care. The fans were pumped up out there. They wanted some donuts. They got some good donuts. So I want to give them full donuts fever. They always had a good time in Minneapolis. The fans always liked me up there. A couple years ago, I gave some good donuts. Unfortunately, this time we rolled over, but it didn't matter. I was so excited anyway with the big win. Right now, I don't care. I'd probably cost, $2-3 grand, but that's not important right now. The important part is the fans had a really good time that came out here tonight.
Jerry, show me your best monster moment.
Monster moment.
Since monster truck racing began, the bodies of the race trucks have become lighter, from steel to fiberglass. Take a look at the transformation from then to now. What's next? Only time will tell.
Is that good? I'll do it again.
Ugly trucks.
6 trucks competed in front of 54,245 fans at Houlihan Stadium in Tampa, Florida. No, not the monster trucks, but the gnarliest looking four-wheelers I've ever seen in the ugly truck contest. As far as I'm concerned, these guys are all winners, or for that matter, losers driving these things. In secondary competition, these fans root for their friend in the ugly hat contest. My vote's for him.
The weather report for now is sunny, hot, humid, muggy. Hold on to your ball caps, boys and girls. It's IMJ right here. All right, tell me, who's your favorite monster truck here at Steel City?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot all the way. You think he can take the win?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's the coolest monster truck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IMJ tour bus has hit the Iron Belt in Pittsburgh, PA.
Steel City Monster Jam right here, right now, over my shoulder, Three River Stadium. It's a little hot and muggy. Weather report, 90 and nasty. That's not going to stop us. It's Inside Monster Jam, and we're going to kick it off right now, right here, right now, with the monsters themselves. Steel City, tonight.
We're here, man. We're here in the heat right now, but we're going to have dirt, rocks, dust flying tonight.
What about Dennis?
Dennis who?
That's what I like to hear. He's talking about the Gravedigger. He said Dennis who? I love that spirit.
Spirit gets a gas.
Tight track, hard packed dirt. What do you think about that?
It's pretty good. It's going to be a real good, interesting track, especially down in the corner. You're going to see a lot of trucks, go into the corner hard and come out hard, so it's going to be good.
Got her all tuned up?
Yeah, she's ready to go. After last weekend, we beat her pretty hard, but she held up pretty good, and everything looks pretty good this week, yeah?
You always got to beat a monster.
Yeah, sure do. That's what we build them for.
That's it. Build them and wreck them. Steel City. It's all good here.
Despite sweltering temperatures well into the 90s, the pit party was a huge success with the Pittsburgh fans. The scene is one of a bygone era in sports, but alive at Monster Jams, where drivers make themselves available for autographs and pictures.
Tonight, the Monsters are going to run a U-turn course. And let me tell you, when these guys get started, they don't stop.
Clowning around, that is. Take a peek into the dugout during opening ceremonies before they run out. Well, Porter practices his flagging techniques on Tom and Dennis. Hey, save the spunk for the race, Gary. Eric Tack and Dennis Anderson try to hold back Tom Mintz, but everybody knows there's no holding back Monster Patrol. And who is Eric talking to? He's casually mentioning that the opening ceremony's video is footage of Eric Meager driving. Come on, boys. Bigfoot is Bigfoot. Legendary track announcer Joe Lowe kicked off the 10-truck Steel City Monster Jam. The loudest applause was saved for who else but Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Gravedigger looked solid in the early going, but after his round 1 victory over American Guardian, he blew the transmission.
You're here for the fans. You're here for the win. You're here the Gravedigger, and you got to pull off because you got a broken truck.
Hey, it's tough, man. It's real disappointing. We work hard on those trucks, drive all night to get here, and come in here and fall on your face. It's like, I'm the dude standing there with a black eye. My fans, they're disappointed, and I am too.
Gary Porter's first time racing inside Three Rivers Stadium was a good one. He continued a very strong season by defeating Liquidator in early round action. But in the next race against Bigfoot, he was overpowered by Eric Tack's experience on the dusty U-turn track. Now, he would advance to the semifinal round as fast loser. There he would meet Little Tiger. This time, Porter found the racing line he needed, and he kept it straight on his way to the final round. Charlie Pauken in Excalibur may be used to the concrete of the Thunder National Series, but on the dirt he advanced to the semifinals against Bigfoot. Pauken had some trouble with the loose dirt as the Big Blue Ford took it safely into the finals.
I'm pumped. This is my hometown. I got a lot of family and friends here, so I'm looking to, pull out a win here, so we're happy.
So the truck seems to be working pretty good. It's a good fast track, and
You know, if we can just do it one more time, we'll be okay.
We'll have the final showdown between Pittsburgh native Eric Tack and the legendary Bigfoot against Mr. Consistent Gary Porter later in the show.
Chicks are gonna dig you, you know.
What?
Girls are really gonna dig you.
I don't think so.
These are the Digger go-karts, and they can take a beating like you wouldn't believe. Kids love them. They're gonna be in all the stores, aren't they, Dennis?
Yes, sir, you bet, buddy.
Okay, we got Ryan Anderson, Adam Anderson. He's gonna be the stunt monkey. Is the jump huge?
Yes, it might be too big.
Well, I think you can do it. Any words of encouragement for your brother?
Don't be a scaredy cat.
What? What? You just go back there and you jump it wide open.
As always on IMJ, proper safety has been followed. Helmet, strapped in, controlled environment. This is not for the meek, the weak, the mild-mannered. If you're not a stunt monkey, you can't do it, right, Dennis?
Hey, that's right, man. And you can believe one thing. If I thought I was going to hurt my kid, I wouldn't dare stick him out here.
That jump right there was a little indication of the future for you, Adam Anderson.
I guess it was.
What would you think if they said, and now the Gravedigger, Adam Anderson, and you went out and there was 72,000 fans screaming, Digger, Digger.
So I'd be pretty embarrassed if it was my first time.
Adam, he'll use his brain probably a lot more than I used mine when I first started.
There's Ryan right there, right now. Maybe he'll make a face on the window. Is this guy a little wild one or what?
Yeah, I guess so. He's pretty crazy.
Yeah, kind of like his dad. Do you want to ride around in monster trucks later on in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's it like to be the Gravedigger's kid?
Cool. That guy Jerry is crazy.
You're the diggerist.
Trials.
Patience and balance are the keys to trials riding, where maneuvering from obstacle to obstacle without touching the ground is the name of the game. At the Charlotte Coliseum, Doug White puts on a show as the National Trials Master on his special titanium mountain bike wowed the crowd with this balance and agility.
Bike check.
Clear path. Clear.
IMJ crew members always had fun behind the scenes.
You're the best producer. What was your name? Jason? Look at him, he's crying.
I told you we were going to give you all the action you so richly deserve at home. Now, it's time for the Jammer Question of the Week.
Jammer Question of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tammy. And I'm Jennifer. Our Jammer question is, when was the first monster truck built?
A, 1976, B, 1952, C, 1983.
Hi, I'm Dan Runney, driver of Bigfoot. The answer to the Jammer question is Bob Chandler was the first Bigfoot driver to ever crush cars. He came out in about 1976 in Pontiac Silverdome. He now has 15 trucks, and we're looking to build another one.
There are just buggies scattered from one end of Texas Stadium to the other. Unbelievable.
This is a Grand Prix style racing, which is unlike the straightaways. We're racing wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper, side rail to side rail. You'll see a lot of bumping and shoving and bouncing around, and it's one of the reasons this sport's so exciting.
Man, this is getting psycho.
Depending on gearing and tires, we've run up in the neighborhood of 100, 110 before out in the desert. Our normal races, you're probably 50 or less. Basically, it's quickness in the corners, getting in and out of the corners, and just from, say, 100-yard spurts. So it's not really speed, it's just agility in the corners.
It looks a little more technical than it probably is.
Really, you get in, sit down, shut up, and hang on. It's just go for it. There's a lot of buttons and things in there that once you get fired up, once you get going, hey, you just hang on.
No front wheel, he did it! Wins it with a no front right wheel!
Hey, we got lucky tonight. It was real great. We just got out there and decided we was going to go for the rest of the laps, and we made it.
Man, this is getting psycho.
And on Inside Monster Jam, it just keeps on rolling. Thunder Nationals from Richmond. Non-stop action on IMJ.
Thunder Nationals.
Thunder Nationals is a wonderful racing series to work for. We race over one set of cars. It's non-dirt, you know, iron wall cars. It's how monster trucks first started with hitting cars, and it's always stayed the same. It's just a real nice racing series to work for, real professional.
With 2 jammin' nights of sold-out racing inside the Richmond Coliseum, it would be hard to dispute Ms. Botters on the excitement generated by the Thunder National Series. Botters didn't make it out of the first round, though, as Boogie Van gets caught up in the crushed cars, and the win goes to Glenn Boland's Undertaker. Charlie Pauken and his Excalibur knocked off Kirk Dabney's Overkill in the semifinals, and in the other semifinal, Undertaker got a little bit too high off the crushed cars, while Andy Hoffman and Nightmare took the low road to the finish line for the win. And here we go with the Monster Air. The 1995 Chevy Excalibur inches out the victory.
She flew nice and high, clean. I was real happy with the thing. Went perfect. Couldn't ask for more.
On the second night of racing, Pam Botters and Boogie Van on the right of your screen took down the Undertaker. She got the massive air when she came back in the semifinal round against Excalibur, but the short nose on her van hurt as Excalibur nixed her at the line. Kirk Dabney and Overkill worked through the other side of the grid. First, he defeated Andy Hoffman's Nightmare in the opening round. Then, in the semis, he beats the Undertaker, who had advanced as the fast loser. The final round was loud as Excalibur showed off his superior horsepower. He dominates the weekend with a 2-night sweep as the U.S. Hot Rod's youngest flagman comes on to close out the Richmond Nationals.
Coming up next on Inside Monster Jam, we're going to go up close and personal. Whoa! With the Transtormer. Stick around.
Yeah, I'm hanging out here with my buddies, Clayton and the boys. They really wanted to be on TV. How come?
Because we wanted to be on TV.
How bad?
We like to be on TV.
All right, you know what, buddy? My buddy Adam Murphy, he's the reporter for IMJ. Inside Monster Jam, he went out and he looked at the Transformer. You say it.
Transformer.
See, I knew you could do it. He's an industry professional. Check it out on Inside Monster Jam. You're the best, buddy. I meant that.
Attention. I said attention. I am Transformer 216.
Pay no attention to that man behind the red glass door. Oh my, we've got a wizard in here, but we're coming inside. Pay no attention to that man behind that door. Oh my goodness, take a look at all these controls. Tell us how they work. This is amazing.
Actually, I'm not the wizard. I'm Al Tura from Warren, Ohio, owner, driver, and builder of the Transformer robot.
This is amazing. Did you put this together yourself?
Yeah, myself and a couple of friends put this thing together, about $250,000 worth of artillery. No, it's not purchased from NASA. It wasn't something that they disposed of years ago and we bought. We had to actually build this thing. But basically, it's an intergalactic space cop from the planet Zyklon. It patrols the galaxy and looks for enemy forces, and it got knocked off course by a meteor, and it landed right here.
I warn you, say your prayers, come on.
Definitely wasn't built in parts from the garage. It's got state-of-the-art hydraulics. I mean, we just literally ran hose after hose. I just never thought we'd get done running hoses. Quite a few miles of wire. Everything on this robot has to run from the control center all the way back, up and around the robot, and then up into the bottom section of the robot's body, where all the controls mainly take place. I hope you enjoyed hearing some of the secrets of the making of the Transformer. And as I said earlier, pay no attention to the man behind the red door, and I hope you enjoy seeing the power of Transformer.
Well, there you have it for the Wizard and a story on the Transformer on IMJ.
Jerry B, back to you. Jerry B, back to you. Jerry B, back to you.
And now for our monster moment. Let's check it out.
Jerry, show me your best monster moment.
Monster moment.
At the first ever monster truck jump-off competition inside the Pontiac Silverdome, Pam Botters and Boogie Van pulled up to the line to win it all. Instead, when she landed, Pam ended up going full into the wall. Not only does she pop out the windshield, but also snap the knuckles off her axle, causing the wheels to break off. She emerged with very minor injuries, but her truck would need over $10,000 in repairs.
You know, I hit third gear and I landed on the concrete, and I don't know if the throttle stuck or what it was, but I went for the brakes, had nothing. It was just a big mess.
I'll tell you what, you hit that wall hard. I'm just glad it seems like you're all right.
Chi-Town 3 shows tonight. This is Inside Monster Jam. I'm Jerry Bernardo. I'm going to be the host telling you everything that's going on. When you're the host, you get to hang out on top of the cars. Cycle Wars, quads, BMX, and of course, your favorite monster truck. Stick around, it's going to be great.
8 of the biggest and fastest monster truck racers gathered inside the sold-out Rosemont Horizon for the opening night of a weekend full of intense racing. The biggest applause was saved for who else but Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger. Off the line, you could tell Digger was on tonight as he takes out Mike Nitschke's Rambo in the very first round. Digger coming around the Chicago-style course in Digger-like fashion to put the victory away and to advance into the next round of competition. Tony Farrell's Wild Thing tested everybody's nerves when he almost tips it over. Although he loses to Carolina Crusher, Wild Thing had one of the season's most colorful rides. In the semifinals, Carolina Crusher took on Sky Hartley's Snakebite Ford. Snakebite ruins any chances the Crusher had of winning with a solid run on the roundy round track. Driving a new truck usually means a grace period to get up to speed, but not for Gravedigger. After 6 weeks, fans were wondering if Dennis Anderson could still dominate the field with his hardcore Digger style. No problems. He knocked off Paul Schaefer's Monster Patrol in dominating fashion in the semifinal round to set up a Digger Snakebite showdown. Anderson kept the critics at bay after this run as the 1950 Chevy almost passes Snakebite on its way to the run for the checkered flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, the famed Dennis Anderson, we finally meet. Look at what you did to these vehicles.
Hey, man, that's what we're out here for. We got to tear up these vehicles, turn on the crowd, and I like to win when I do it.
Hey, you won tonight. What about that?
Hey, that's pretty cool, man. This is a brand new truck. We've only got about 6 weeks in the seat on it. I'm still getting used to driving the truck. The truck's got a lot of power. It's feeling good. We're still dialing it in, but all that does is give us more drive to work on it harder and make it even better, and I love it when we win.
Yeah, all right, everybody goes down like Carolina Crusher, who flipped over tonight. You see him try and save it? He always going around?
He almost saved it, and I was watching him in freestyle. I told Ricky, my crew guy, I said, he's going to be the freestyle man tonight. Yeah. And I was keeping my eye on him, and if he could cut out a donut without rocking the truck up, getting over on 2 wheels, then I was going to come out and spin a donut. If he dare rock the wheel up, I wasn't going to do it because I just crashed this truck. We just got it together night before last to come here. We had to drive 1,100 miles after putting it back together to come race here tonight.
Mr. Anderson, we're looking for great things for you in the future with the Gravedigger, of course. Fresh, brand new truck, didn't wad it up. But look what he did to this equipment down here. Busted it all up. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's winner, the Gravedigger. Now we got a guy, Dan Eldis. This guy's a stuntman. Longest walk of his life, seeing as right after it, he climbed up in the rafters, lit himself on fire, and jumped out into cardboard boxes. Something that, I hope you're not trying at home, because I don't do that stuff.
Well, this jump is a free fall. There's no bungee cord. There's no lines attached. Actually, it's not a jump at all. It's a dive. I'll be heading my face towards the boxes. Of course, I'll be on fire, so that's something else I try not to think about while I'm doing it. The boxes are only 5 feet tall. I'm 6'2". If I land head first or feet first, I'm going to go all the way to the concrete, and then there's going to be an ambulance ride probably and some other things that I really don't want to deal with. Somebody said, this is the loneliest walk a guy's ever going to take. I think about my family. I think about my daughter. I wonder why I didn't stay in school. They say I'm nuts. Maybe I am. But I got it down to a science. Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Amen. Oh.
He's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is going to be exactly right for Deathwish. Are you ready?
Thank you. Get me to the Advil.
More IMJ Racing.
Monster trucks in Miami weren't the only racing that got the crowd of 29,000 South Floridians on their feet. In stadium motocross, the only female in the field, number 67, Shelly Kahn, shows the boys how it's done. After she took the whole shot, she then holds off hard-charging Eddie Ray on the number 14 Kawasaki for the victory.
Shelly, come on, whole shot and right to the checkered flag. No problems. Block passes the whole deal.
Yeah, I have to admit, you know, it was a tough race, but, you know, those corners,
You had it down.
Yeah.
Did you hear the crowd? They were on your side all the way.
I know, they're making me stoked. I'm like, that made me ride 10 times faster.
It's only short. It's like, what, 4 or 5 laps, and then there's the checkered flag.
Yep, I just gave it all I got.
How bugged are the guys when you smoke them?
I don't know. I'm sure it's on their mind. They're like, oh, a girl beat me, but...
Hey,
it's
fair
like-
and square. No, another rider beat him, not a girl.
Yeah.
The night was all yours. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Big smile now for the camera.
Meanwhile, back in Kill Devil Hills, Jerry
You all
teaches
right?
his new friend how to be cool.
How long you been buddies with the Gravedigger? Like what, 2 minutes? Forever? How long have you known that guy that races the Gravedigger?
I don't know.
How many times have you raced the Gravedigger monster truck?
I never been on.
Do Power Rangers race in monster trucks?
Because I've never been in a monster truck.
Okay, if you were in a monster truck, could you win?
I don't know.
Okay, say yeah, definitely. You have to look at the camera too.
I don't know.
Just say Gravedigger's number 1.
Huh? Very different than one.
You think so? Because I think so. He is the man. Do you know what a Mac Daddy is? Number 1. Look at the size of this thing. You want to drive this?
I wish.
Yeah. How much? Like for Christmas and stuff? Or like
I
right
don't
now?
know.
You know, I think I can get the keys because I have connections. I'm the host. The host can get the keys anytime he wants, right?
I don't know.
No, say yes to everything I say. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jerry. You're the biggest. Whoa.
I can climb that tire.
We got to save some good stuff for the end. Monster Patrol, Tom Mentz, Gravedigger, freestyling. These guys set the Astrodome on fire. Check it out.
When Dennis Anderson was disqualified for knocking out the course pylon, he promised the sold-out Astrodome crowd he would be back in freestyle.
Oh, we're going to go out there and tighten up our nuts and bolts. I'm going to cut that old panel truck loose out here.
And Digger didn't disappoint the 48,600 fans. You just knew it was going to happen. But the real rabble-rouser was who else but Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol. After he won the final round race against King Crunch, Mintz not only climbed up on his truck and did his trademark wing walk, but then he rushed out and lunged into the sold-out crowd at the Astrodome. You gotta love it.
But the show's not over. Got some dozers over here. Got a lot of dirt, and I got 13 hours. I need to move this stuff out because I got IMJ coming in, and we got monster trucks. Mike McFarlane, come here. You got to tell me something. Are you guys going to be able to pull it off? You're a little bit under the gun here with the time. Let's look at my new watch. Quarter of 12.
Absolutely, quarter to 12. That gives us about 14 hours to do what takes normally 2 days.
Yeah.
Be tough. Why don't you work with us all night?
Forget about it.
Those is right there.
You think I'm a goober?
Yeah, sort of.
Me too.
Jerry, don't be so hard on yourself. Only you could make us laugh.
See my smiling face?
Welcome to Inside Monster Jam. I'm David Otto.
Like Popeye says, I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Help me down. Can we get the ladder over here?
We need the lift. Get the lift.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Team South versus Team North. May the best team win.
After their crushing defeat inside the LA Coliseum, Team North tried to even the series up at 600. Number 7, Randy Dinkins, had him out front and was on his way to the checkered flag. When number 48, Team South captain Hank DeHart, went inside for the lead, their wheels made contact and Dinkins' night was over. Another look shows the questionable move by DeHart, but the USHRA judges said it was a legal maneuver, giving Team South the win. With a 2-race lead and only 3 more to go, Team South can put this series away with a win next week in Seattle. Stay tuned for highlights on Inside Monster Jam.
Hi, my name's Nina, and
Although they didn't make air, these kids gave it their all.
Hi, I'm Nina, and my question is, how many monster trucks? Jammer question. I'm sorry. And my question is, how many? Jammer question is. Hi, I'm Nina. Hi, I'm Nina, and my jammer question is, how many monster trucks are there?
Jerry, show me your best monster moments. Jerry, show me your best monster moments.
Look at me. Just call it your best monster moment.
Jerry, show me your best monster moment.
Do it! Look, you got a real mic. Use it. Jerry, show us your best monster moment.
Jerry, show us your best monster moment.
Monster moment.
Inside the Pontiac Silverdome, 43,700 people witnessed stuntman Todd Seeley try for and obtain the record quad distance jump of 146.6 feet. With only 300 feet to take off and a mere 200 to stop, it proved not to be enough when he slammed the wall at over 55 miles an hour. He suffered a gash on his leg that required 12 stitches, but amazingly broke no bones in his world record feat.
I think that was a pretty long jump. Looks like I hit and bounced, and I really couldn't get it shut down in time. But boy, I tell you, I hope all the fans enjoyed it.
Tonight in the Silverdome, 143 feet 6 inches, a new world record for Todd Seeley.
Monster trucks.
Inside a sold-out Arco Arena in Sacramento, Craig Christensen, driving Dragon Slayer on the right of your screen, rolled by his wife Julie Christensen and misbehaving. In other round 1 matchups, Sky Hartley, driving for Team Bigfoot, defeated Joe Cipher in the Airborne Ranger. It was Pablo Huffaker behind the wheel of Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger, easily knocking Mike Dropic in Priority 1 off the grid. He then faced off against fast qualifier Airborne Ranger. Digger had the good traction off the line, which is the key on these short straight line courses. Bigfoot narrowly defeated Dragon Slayer in the other semifinal round, setting up the Chevy Ford showdown. Bigfoot was a little bit slower off the starting line, which was enough to give Gravedigger and Chevrolet the win.
Outlaw Quad Wars.
With Team South leading the Outlaw Quad Wars 700 to 500, they had a chance to wrap it up inside the Seattle Kingdome, and temperatures were at an all-time high on the warm-up lap. Team South's Mike Snowden was ejected by Seattle's finest when he attacked Team North co-captain P.J. Hall. Now, the racing finally gets underway, and Team South's Bobby Farr tried to open up the lead over Hall, but off the corner, he laid down too much throttle and spun the quad around. On the final lap, and with Team South back out front, P.J. Hall worked the inside corner, then rocketed toward the finish line for the win. After 13 rounds, Team North narrows the gap with only 2 more rounds to go.
Hey, you've been watching Inside Monster Jam. You know this show just isn't about monster trucks. We have everything. Special secret treats. I blew that one. One more time. We got a secret treat. Phoenix, it's an air show. It's really cool. We're going to check it out right now on IMJ. Oh, wait. That's not it, bud.
That's not it.
It's the same thing. Digger went off, freestyling in the desert, and Patty Wagstaff went off in the air.
Of course, the Blue Angels were at the Phoenix Air Show. So was Sean D. Tucker's Power Aerobatics team. The Red Baron Stearman Squadron made an appearance, as did a group of extreme skydivers. And speaking of extreme, Hollywood stuntman Mark Hager performed his world-famous steel wall and suicide spiral stunt. But when the most feared monster truck in monster truck racing showed up, the crowd went nuts. Dennis Anderson performed a special freestyle where he was able to open up the throttle on the 1,500 horsepower Chevy engine.
Dennis Anderson tearing things up here this afternoon. What a great job he's doing.
But if the Gravedigger stole the show on the ground, Patty Wagstaff stole the show in the air. Her incredible flying skills enabled her to win the National Aerobatics Championship 3 times.
It's an extra 300S built in Germany. It's very high tech, built especially for air shows and aerobatic competition. And I use it because I think it's the best aerobatic plane in the world. Favorite maneuver? You know, my favorite maneuver is sometimes the most simple things. So I really like my rolling 360-degree circle where I'm doing snap rolls all the way around. And people really like seeing it from inside the cockpit because my hair, they can always tell when I'm inverted because my hair is going like this. So that's a lot of fun to do.
If that didn't make your stomach churn, maybe this will.
Okay, Bob, as Director of Operations, I want to know about a few different things. First, let's talk about the Roundy Round track. Can you kind of explain that to me?
Yeah, Roundy Round actually started in Chicago, Illinois, where we're at right now. One starts on one side of the building and the other on the other side, and they basically just chase each other, make 1 to 2 laps, depending on the length of the race we want.
You have quads, buggies, bikes. You guys, I mean, do everything. When you come to a monster truck race, you get to see like 6 styles of racing.
Well, that's what makes this company so unique, is we want to give the people different things. You know, we don't want to bore them with the same old thing, and you know, each element of the show that we do has its own excitement, and it touches a different part of a fan. One fan may like the Quad Wars, another fan's going to like the monsters or the thrills or whatever. So we like that. That's what sells tickets, and that's what makes us the best.
That's what makes it an event, not just a race, right?
Oh,
how's that sound?
That's better. Yeah, you're better at this than I am.
That's a way to close out a good interview, wouldn't you say?
I would say that would do it.
That's Bob, but he spells his name backwards.
Over 13,000 fans packed the Windy City's Rosemont Horizon for the second night of Monster Truck Mania. It was a short-lived evening for Dennis Anderson and his Gravedigger, racing Super Truck number 20. Gravedigger gets disqualified after he knocks down the course pylon in the opening round. Super Truck 20 advances, and Gravedigger's done. There was a good matchup early between Gary Porter's Carolina Crusher and Paul Schaefer's Monster Patrol. Porter continues a solid season of racing the 95 Chevy as he advances past Monster Patrol, then goes on to the final round after destroying Super Truck 20 in the semifinals. Gary Bauer and Nightmare 2 pulled off the round 1 upset over Tony Farrell and the unique Wild Thing. Nightmare 2 gets bitten, though, in the next round by Snakebite, who worked its way to the final round after sinking its fangs into both Nightmare and Rambo. In the finals, it's Snakebite who slithers easily through the Roundy Round track on his way to the victory. Snakebite getting the win, knocking off Carolina Crusher in the finale.
I think I 8 of the best trucks out here, and I'm a fairly new driver, only been in racing Snakebite for 3 years now, and a lot of the other guys have a lot more experience than I have. I just watch what they're doing and take them on.
In a little freestyle, a nice wheelie, half the length of the court.
Yeah, that was pretty decent. I didn't see anybody else trying to do any wheelies out here. And I said, well, I'll try it. I didn't know. I knew the track was real tacky, so I said, well, I'll try it, see what happens.
Great season for you, but we're down to 2 races left. You and Jeremy, there's about that many points.
And a bunch of mud.
And a bunch of mud.
Yeah. Well, I've been pretty happy with the season as a whole, and I mean, I'm having more fun now than ever.
You're a big monster truck fan, huh?
I'm a big Gravedigger fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always, you know, whenever you see him on TV and everything, seems like he always kind of hangs it out. Yeah, it's fun.
So if I was the man, like the host Inside Monster Jam, I could like hook you up right now, and you could meet the guy that drives the Gravedigger. If I could like go like that.
Pablo.
Oh, it's him. He just looks like an ordinary guy.
How's it doing?
This is Pablo, one of the drivers. Dennis Anderson is the Gravedigger. This guy's going to be driving tomorrow night. He said, you know, maybe if you take the win, he can hook you up with the keys. There's not really keys, but you know.
Yeah, I could maybe crush a car or something.
Yeah, or clear the triples, or whatever you want to do. He kind of had his eye. He kind of had his eye on the Suzuki thing. Run over yellow. Run over
Suzuki semi. I think we can get it over the semi.
You know we can.
You know, he's used to hanging on that motorcycle and flying over the triples and stuff, but I don't think he was quite ready for the horsepower that trucks like the Gravedigger and stuff put out when we romped off on the throttle and went out there. He thought we were riding a wheelie.
Yeah. All right, these are all the monster truck drivers who are going to be fighting it out tomorrow down there in the pit after they take the Supercross track. What remains of a Supercross track left? You got King Crunch, Gravedigger, Gunslinger right here, Monster Patrol, and this guy bought his wife big diamond rings. They're all watching the Supercross, having fun. But tomorrow, it's going to be the Dallas Monster Truck. We're going to show that to you next week. Hey, Scott, Gunslinger, who do you think is going to win the 250 main?
McGrath.
All the way?
Definitely.
Emig was looking pretty good out there, though. He's trying to show him something.
Yeah, I think McGrath's going to throw dirt in his eyes.
Points battle.
That's right, yeah, big points battle.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a difference, me and Pablo. You know, I'm pulling for McGrath, and he's pulling for Emig. We can't seem to get along on anything.
From Dallas Supercross. This race is great. Check it out.
Emig and McGrath went into Dallas 6 points apart, and neither appreciated the rain-infested track. Both number 1 and number 3 had won their heat races, and both knew a good start was essential. After the gate dropped, it was Emig with his 7th 1/900 pro race hole shot. McGrath got caught up in the first turn with Buddy Antonez, Mike LaRocco, Ezra Lusk, Cliff Palmer, and Larry Ward. The early order out front was Emig, Ryan Hughes, and Mike Kudrowski, with McGrath finishing the opening lap at 14. Jeremy moved up to 8th place in 4 laps, but stayed there for 7. Emig was on a joyride with a 40-second lead over his points rival. Number 8, Greg Albertine, chucked his goggles mid-race and saw enough to finish 2nd. McGrath moved through the pack and settled for 4th place on the night. Emig lapped up to 8th place on his way to his 5th victory in 14 races this season. He holds a 13-point lead heading into the season finale.
Final showdown.
The final night of Monster Truck Mania Chicago style set Rosemont Horizon decibel records. Dennis Anderson and his Gravedigger gave the fans something to cheer about as he tears up the track in his opening round matchup with Paul Schaefer's Monster Patrol. At the finish line, give the victory to Gravedigger, moving him into the 2nd round of competition. Carolina Crusher and Gary Porter with a little too much bounce in the tires against Brian Welch in Super Truck 20. After knocking down a track pylon, Crusher gets disqualified and is done for the night. So it's Super Truck 20 who is able to move into the next round for the 2nd straight race. Well, IMJ is really catching fire on ESPN2. Actually, it's Gary Bauer's Nightmare 2, who after a close loss to Snakebite in the semifinals, burst into flames. Luckily, Bauer is a firefighter during the week, so he had the situation under control with his onboard fire extinguisher.
It was basically, the motor was all on fire. You burnt the top. What happened?
Well, we had a fuel injection line problem, and I don't know whether a piece of the car possibly might have hit the line and severed the line and sent fuel all over the exhaust system and completely engulfed the motor compartment and burnt the tarp on the bed of the truck, and that's really about the only thing that bothered.
Pretty much thumbs up to the track crew, though. They were on it. Everybody had the extinguishers. It was out right away.
Well, I'll tell you, like you said there, it only took us about 20 seconds, and the thing was completely out, unharmed, and ready to race again.
On the top of the screen, it's Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger, and Dennis does not repeat the previous night's mistake against Super Truck 20. He cruises the roundy round track for the semifinal victory and a berth in the championship matchup against Snakebite and Sky Hartley. Now, Snakebite knew that Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger would not be a walkover in the finals. Anderson actually has to save the truck from rolling over. He reels it back in, launches over the finish line, but Snakebite comes out just ahead. Sky Hartley is our 1/900 pro race winner.
Sky is the man tonight. Chicago, 3 really cool shows. It's a good weekend for you. Get the Snakebite thing going. Next time on IMJ, Oklahoma City. Stay tuned. We're going to go off. Big time Subuja. Yeah, everybody's going to be like, guys, we're fighting the quad boys. These guys, they eat too much red meat.
Way too much red meat. Them guys are crazy.
But that don't make no difference because it's all about monster trucks. Monster Jam Madness. Am I talking to you?
Final showdown.
With the final dance set up between Carolina Crusher and local boy Eric Tack and Bigfoot, the Pittsburgh fans were ready for the final Steel City blowout.
So I've been trying to practice out here every race. I'm trying to get a little better on my turn. I think if I can come over that second jump real good, making my turn. I think I have a great chance of winning this thing and wrapping it up tonight.
We got a pretty good truck here. The crowd's pretty good. You know, it's a good biting track in the corner, so whoever gets really to the corner, I think is going to win. And like I said, I know Gary's going to give me a good race.
Eric said the corners are the key to winning on this track, and he was right. He steered Bigfoot smoothly over the jump and had no trouble holding his line in the U-turn section. Porter was keeping pace with the Ford, but he had difficulty in the corner. It was a sweet homecoming for Eric Tack, our 1/900 Pro Race winner.
Like I say, this is my hometown. I love coming out, you know, showing everybody what I can do and a big Ford will do. You know, Bob gives me awesome equipment. I can't say enough about him. The guys back at the shop, I mean, if it wasn't for them, we couldn't come out here and play.
I think you set the standard on your first run tonight, catching mega air.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we looked at these ramps, and I knew we were going to get some air. And the first run in qualifying, I just wanted to test everything out just to see how the track was going to run. And I just went from there, and I knew Gary was going to run me hard in the final, and I'm just glad I came out on top.
I'm not saying I didn't like you in the first place, but you know what? I'm starting to become a real big Carolina Crusher fan with those donuts.
Hey, thanks. You know, I was a little disappointed in my racing. Bigfoot beat me, you know, one round earlier, come back here in the finals. It was really a driver's error. I forgot to turn my rear steering to automatic self-center and all when I come back around this turn. You know, I had to wait. I had to flip the switch, wait for it to center up before I could hit the cars. And, you know, I lost a lot of time there, but I just wanted to make it up for it there on the end, you know, for my fans doing those donuts.
Huge win for the PA, the hometown boy. Okay, now we're going to go to... All right, now we're going to go to the best of Adam Murphy, IMJ pit reporter. Wait, I screwed that up. Ready? Take 7. Everybody's smiling. It's time to go to Adam Murphy, IMJ pit reporter. He's been there, done that. All the things I didn't check out, he scoped out for me. You know Adam Murphy?
Yeah, he's cute. The one with the white teeth?
That's him. What do you think?
I like Adam.
Oh, that's it. We got fans everywhere. Let's check it out now on IMJ. Ooh, Adam. Ooh.
There you have it, folks. Another exciting Best of IMJ presentation. But before we say adios, au revoir, goodbye, take a look at Adam. Everyone wants to be like Jerry. See you next time.
You're the best, buddy!
Okay, I'll get it. I just got it.
You're the best, buddy!
Need results? Get results. 1/900 Pro Race, your direct line to the finish line. AMA Supercross.
Henry makes the $1,000 1/900 Pro Race Whole Shot Award.
National Motocross, Arena Cross, Monster Trucks, Truck and Tractor Pulling, Extreme Sports, exclusive interviews,
And if you need race results, that's who to call.
and more, all at your touch-tone phone. 1/900 Pro Race. Get results when you want results. Dial the Pro. 1/900 Pro Race. Domination.
What is it like to crash?
There's been a lot of times that I thought that I was losing the truck. I've gotten over to the point of no return, and that's usually when you've got dirt spraying through the window and your glass is cracking. That's the point of no return.
Whoa, baby. Yeah, we turned her over. She's over. That's what the people want. That's what they got. And I got a tore up truck.
I made a bad twitch when I came off the last pile of cars. The truck skidded around with me, and I hit a drain, a little small drain. It's hard to see in the video, but I knew that drain was there. I'd hit it before, and the truck tipped over and skidded over on its roof. I was far enough ahead of him that the UFO actually had to try to stop to keep from running into my side. Probably crashed more than anybody else out here on the circuit.
I started the year off with no confidence because I came off a broken leg, and I was really happy just to have some good, strong, consistent finishes. A couple little injuries really kept me from doing anything for the overall championship. My season has been kind of like a roller coaster, pretty up and down. Had a few good races, a few more bad races, but all in all, it's been a pretty good learning experience.
I've had one good race, and the rest have been kind of terrible, I guess.
Had my first podium in Minneapolis, and the season's been pretty good since then.
I've been very happy so far and looking for good things.
This year's been an okay year.
I think I've been pretty consistent. That's kind of been my whole theory this year, is to go ride the best I can and be happy with riding 100%.